And we're live. Welcome everybody to EndGameTV 1. Welcome to the stream between two play-in matches, Italy and Mexico. I am Brawley. I am joined by my friends Psych and Mac.
What's going on?
It's
Why don't
good.
you guys give a little introduction about yourselves?
So I'm Psych. I'm playing Mario Kart, probably about 10 years. Vitalize, Meteor, Zephyr, and all that stuff. Known for hitting people with stars. I haven't casted since probably before we went up, but excited to see the boys from Italy go off against Mexico. Yeah.
Let's go. What's up, Mac?
What's going on, guys? I'm Mac. I've been playing for about 8 years now. I'm currently a member of Avail, where I'm a runner, but for this World Cup, I'm actually going to be bagging for Team USA East. So I think it's going to be a pretty exciting tournament, and I'm excited to see the battle between these two teams. It's going to be good.
Got a little competition between casters, me coming from the Team Latin America side.
Of course.
I think we're going to do better than you, going to be honest. No, I'm just kidding. A little bit of bias in there, but no. It'll be really interesting. Going into the match, who do you guys have as the winner here? Let's talk about lineups. Let's talk about predictions. Let's see, Matt, can you read off the lineups for us here?
Sure. So for Mexico, we got Dante, Jose, Alberto, Mythos, and Okariki bagging. For Italy, we got Sal, Dugo, Alex, Loden, and Kion bagging.
Okay.
So, personally, I'm going to go with Team Mexico for this one. I think that the strongest player in this room, though, is Sal on Team Italy, but I think that Team Mexico does have that really good chemistry. They've been scrimming a lot, especially in this past week. I think Okariki is a stronger bagger by quite a bit, and I think they got a pretty good chance of locking this down. And of course, they got Dante Vampiro to take it.
Yeah, no.
They're the
we've
favorite
kind of
for me.
Yeah, we kind of been training Okariki and Team LTA. He kind of bagged with us a lot. Acme helped him out with strats and whatnot, and he's actually gotten he improved a lot within like 5 to 10 wars, and we were getting a lot more shocks because of it. I'm excited to see what he does here. I feel like the shock is going to be a super big factor in terms of these two teams. Sal is definitely like a strong runner, as you said, and I feel like he'll be up in the front, kind of taking over. It's definitely up to Dante and Alberto to like break it up and try to mess with his groove a little bit. It's like, do you have any predictions? I want to hear what you have to say.
So, not to be biased, because I love the boys from Italy, but I believe Italy has this because they're down Trattore, which he's definitely, I'd say their second strongest runner behind Sal. I'd say that I think Sal's the best runner in the room, in my opinion, but they have Dugo, who I think is just a really good asset because he's notably like a really good schlagger, and he's like a really, really good team player, and having that versus a team that like, it's like even if you are coordinated, it's really hard to coordinate against it if they know what they're doing. And definitely a bit biased, but like I believe that like Sal's gonna put up points and Dugo's gonna hit them with items, and I think it's gonna go well for them.
I agree. I think Dugo kind of has a tendency to overextend a little bit with in terms of trolling, like just to play devil's advocate. You do it like Barry. I'm being honest, you're probably the best troller in all of the community. I mean, we've seen it when you go backwards. We've seen you in the mid pack trolling and whatnot. We see Dugo. He's also very good at trolling with his items in the mid pack. But there have been times where they'll be like, I don't know, they'll be like top 2 gone by a mile or something, and then he'll be in like 6 like stop trolling bottom 2 or whatever. I don't know, like where he could have used his item in a better spot for a shortcut, but he like used it in a spot trying to troll instead. So that's just something to keep an eye on. I mean, what do you think about that?
I think hopefully if he's able to like calm it down, like doing stuff like you said, overextending or doing stuff like hitting people after the first set and like setting them up for like dodges really early on. If they're able to control that and control 8th place instead of just like hitting people to hit people, then I think they have a chance. There's also Alex, who I forgot about because I just didn't like see his meet till now, but I played with him in Lounge. I think he also has an opportunity to put up good points, and they also have this a lot of chemistry. Like I know that LTA does as well. I believe both teams have generally have kind of played together. The Italy community seems pretty tight knit, and I believe like a lot of the Team Mexico lineup played on Axe for a while. There's a amount of chemistry, both of them, but I'm just biased towards Italy. I love those guys.
Yeah, we were talking a lot about Team Italy and seeing what lineups they would possibly bring out. I think the addition of Lodon is really interesting. I think he used to go by Supper back in the day. That's like Supper Ludo. I'm really intrigued to see how he does because I don't think he's played in a super long time. And, you know, they also have Venom, who I was excited. I was like looking forward to him playing, but unfortunately he'll be a sub today. But excited to see how Lodon plays with these guys. But yeah, as you were saying, you know, he plays with BA. Or I mean, all the Italians play together in BA, and Mexico plays together in AX. So, you know, both these teams do have really good chemistry, and excited to see how they work together. Seems like the room has started. We have a track pick coming out from our players, and we'll see how we go into it. Mac, what do you think they're going to vote here?
Well, we already see Team Italy going for DDR. We got Team Mexico going for KC. These are two of the more popular, just neutral spot tracks. Obviously, this is alternative spots, and it's going to be for the entire tournament. And we're going to see these two tracks get picked first a lot of the time. So just based on that, I mean, we're not going to see too many surprises, especially from high-level teams like this.
All right, so we have a Koopa Cape pick coming out. And looks like we're going to be watching Jose's point of view for the first race. I think the strat here would be try to get like a mid-spot trip Shrooms or Golden and see what you could do from there. We see him getting bumped already. See what he pulls here in 7th place. He gets a star. Pretty good item to start out. However, I would have wanted a Golden here to try to get in first and front run the rest of the race.
Well, Jose, they had him starting in 2nd place, so I'm sure they're expecting him to be one of their stronger runners today, but getting bumped there immediately is just kind of bad awareness, and he has to hold that front presence, especially on a track like this, where even though the golden strats are pretty overpowered, running is definitely underrated on this track, and when you hold top spots, they're really powerful, just because there's not too many items here that you don't have to go out of the way for, and blues actually are not as common as they would be on other tracks, so. You see Italy 2-3, 1-4 for Mexico. So pretty mixed spot still. Jose assuming he gets Shrooms going into the water and he's off the track.
Oh my goodness. A little misplay coming out from our man Jose. Gets him into 8th place now, so it looks like Italy might be holding 2-3-4 here. We see both of the baggers sitting at the waterfall, one of them going forward, possible shock coming out, possibly a bill, but it looks like somebody has the shock there. Gonna see what's gonna happen here. Mexico definitely looks like they need the shock as they're only holding one top spot.
Someone fell off.
You see one bagger chasing after the other, so hopefully we can see who that is soon. But Jose falling pretty far behind, and this track is tough to catch up on.
Yeah, this is like definitely one of the really harder courses to catch up in the game, and people don't really think about it because like you really like there's really like only like 2 box sets this like whole course that like aside from the 2 like on the wooden log, and it really is hard to catch up. And it's really also hard to get the shock, but someone might have gotten it since the 2 baggers are running forwards. I don't know which team it is, but looks like Italy is 5-7-8.
I think I saw Okereke. I think they have it. I think Mexico has the shock. We saw Italy's bagger, I think, just use the bill. Okereke is really secure with the shock, so Mexico needs to pull some megas or something in the mid spots to try to get them up there. We see some Team Italy members back here, but I'm pretty sure they're holding a solid top 2, maybe. You see Lodon and Sal occupying 2-3 at least.
And Mexico has first, so Mexico is in spots for a winning race here. And we'll see if they use the shock effectively.
Shock could be deadly here. We see Jose hitting a banana.
Jose hitting
another banana. Oh goodness, the POW coming out.
Gets Italy for Jose, but it's going to get Alex in the air. Perhaps a shock right in the blue on the line.
Oh my god. We see Alex taking a hit to 7th or 8th place. Mythos getting last.
Looks like maybe a 1-4-5 for Team Mexico. They used that really late. They wanted to lock up that first. They know that Italy has a bunch of spots behind them, and any slight misplay can lose that first. And it's so important. A 3-point difference between 1st and 2nd places can be the whole war in the end. So pulling that first is super important for them, and that's what they did. So nice. 1-4-6-8 for Team Mexico. Pretty even.
Mexico coming out. Really good job by Okereke getting the shock there. Kind of salvaging the race because Italy had kind of the more dodger spots when they were running. I saw them in like 8th, 5, 6 a little bit, trying to get megas and stars and whatnot. But really good on Alberto to stay in first. It's possible that maybe Mexico was holding the blue in some, or just maybe nobody got blue at all. you know, Casey also kind of a very neutral starting race when in these alt spots. It can kind of go either way from the first set. Kind of determines who wins the race there. I imagine Alberto maybe got like a golden or something first set, as I said before, and you know, he just stayed first the whole race and nothing happened to him.
We saw Jose kind of floundering around there. Hopefully the nerves aren't getting him too much, but this is probably one of the biggest audience, if not the biggest audience he's ever played in front of. So hopefully he can get it together soon, because some of those misplays can become pretty detrimental in the later races.
It looks like Mexico tried to pull out TF to take advantage of their 1-4, but they're going to be going to Grumble, which is looks like a bit of a spot reset course for the weaker spots of Italy, to see if they can get shrooms and start off with the rock hop and those spots.
Yeah, definitely the strat to go for here. Pulling trip shrooms, taking rock lap 1 and 2, and you're most likely gone without blues. We've seen Grumble to usually be a hectic and controversial course, to say the least, in many of the wars that we've played in. But starting out, we see Jose.
Pretty surprising shroom usage there from Jose. Usually with triple shrooms in 5th, that's pretty much the jackpot item. That's like the best thing he could have pulled here.
Exactly.
He makes it, make it. He's not even getting the respawn with that.
Oh.
So Jose going to be 8th by quite a bit to start off, which on this track is pretty possible to come back on, even, you know, if you don't take the cut and stuff, you know. But we'll see how he's able to handle this comeback.
Bottom 2.
Yeah, it looks like Mexico's a lot of bottom spots with the exception of Dugo here.
Yeah, it's possible that we see Alberto up in the front again, possibly holding his own. No, we see him in the mid spot, so it's only Dante. Dante is their one hope right now up there. But you know, lap 2 a lot could happen. We don't know who has shock right now. We see one bagger going back. I think another one's just trying to get it in 9th. So we don't know who's winning here. Jose just opting for the respawn, doesn't want to risk failing rock again. So it'll get him back up to a mid-top spot. And we see Italy top 3 right now, breaking away.
The top 4 for Italy pretty much gone. Even a shock at this point for Team Mexico is not going to do much. They're going to have to salvage maybe 3-4 at best.
See a red coming out of the play.
We do see one of the baggers sitting at that last ramp, and we just passed Clown first set, so we can assume that Okariki does have it for Team Mexico. So if Jose is able to push room here, you can maybe grab one of those spots, but right now it's looking pretty unlikely with only one box to go here.
Okay, we see a Mega coming out. We see a target shock on Lodom.
But Jose off the track.
Now we definitely see a top 2 coming out from Italy. It's going to be secured for sure. Now it's up to Mexico to just get all the mid spots. We see Jose taking cut in 4th. Looks like Alex actually going to stay in 4th. Oh, top 2, 4, 5 looking like it for Italy and oh wait, Dugo got
back
last,
there,
actually.
So not as bad as we originally thought, but
right.
Still a really strong race for Italy, even with the Team Mexico shock.
I'm intrigued to see what happened here. I thought they had a solid top 3. I know Lodon got TS, but I wonder what happened to their 2nd place. I guess everyone just passed them on the cut.
Well, without shrooms there for Jose, there's not really too many options that Team Mexico had, so they just wanted to really take what they can get. And a 2-3 after that top 3 break, towards the beginning of lap 3 into lap 2 is pretty good for them.
Salvaged. Definitely salvaged.
We see Alberto doing a lot of the heavy lifting right now, so hopefully he's able to keep that up to keep Team Mexico in this.
Sal also pulling his weight, showing that he definitely was a star player in Italy right now.
And Jose, we see again with a few misplays there, that really weird shroom usage lap 1, combined with the failing rock and not even getting the respawn, is not helping his case here. But
yeah,
like we said, this is a pretty high-level match and a lot of viewers, obviously. So hopefully nerves again, not getting to him, but he's going to have to shape up if he wants to keep his team in this, because Jose's a strong player. I've played with him for a long time and Debilitate back in around 2016, and he's a really nice guy, great player, like I said, and when he's playing well, he's playing really well. So
yeah, he just gotta, you know, warm up, shake off the nerves a little bit. You know, I think one thing is like people take it or like too seriously maybe, and kind of just have to loosen up and kind of, you know, joke around, laugh and whatnot. But obviously really hard when you're playing in the World Cup and trying your best to stay competitive as possible. So hopefully no tilt coming out from these two teams, and you know, we just want to see a really good match, and that's what we've been seeing so far. Starting out on TF, you know, strat I would go for here is try to get a golden or trip shrooms. Really just want to get in first and break away here. I've had it many times just playing personally where I've been able to take that cut and stay first the whole race with no blue. But it doesn't look like anybody taking the full cut actually, so
yeah,
nobody able to get shrooms here. Dante getting TC'd. We see Italy in fourth. We see Alberto in second, I believe. We see Sal first. We have 2-3, and we're going to switch to Sal's POV here and see what he can do here. This is where he's most comfortable. We've seen him in first most of the time for Team Italy, and we'll see what he does here. Hopefully no blues come for him.
Coconut Mall is another one of those tracks, much like KC, where there's a lot of tech, and lap 1 matters a lot, especially if you get those mushrooms. So I'm not sure that's what Sal did. I think he was just kind of holding his own in the front, but when not too many players bag and not too many goldens and triple shrooms get pulled, first place is able to break away a lot, and that's what we see here, especially with Sal's lines compared to the rest of this room. He's going to have an easy time here, just staying in the front.
Someone ended up stopping at the first set and ended up going around the cut, so I believe someone's holding the bill. That means the baggers are being a lot more aggressive than they normally are on Coconut Mall, where normally they just have a game of chicken at the one box, and as you can see, they seem to be like going back and forth. So we might actually see shock action. It doesn't seem like they have it yet.
Doesn't appear like anybody has it. Yeah, they're still going for boxes. Sal, man, just crisp lines, smooth sailing here. Possibly someone on Italy holding blue. And, I feel like he's just going to run this out. Even with the shock, I don't think even if second place dodged, he would catch him unless he took full cut. So it seems like Sal is just going to be smooth sailing here for the rest of the race. A lot of people taking cut in mid spots. Can't really tell who's behind Sal. He's not back spamming, not going for boxes. So it seems like Italy may have top 2 here. Shock still not in play, I don't think. Possibly somebody still holding Bill. We don't know. But for now, we're just going to see Sal, man. His lead is huge.
And Sal, especially with Dugo, who is obviously known for his unbelievable schlagging, is going to be a really strong combo for this Team Italy.
Okay, switching to Jose's view at the line, we see Dugo dodge. I think that was a top 2-4, maybe top 4 from Italy, I believe.
We see Dante and Alberto in the back.
Top 4 for Italy. Wow. So Italy ends up getting shock and dodges Dugo at the line. Psych, you were right that Dugo was holding build the whole race. It seems like he just dodged the line. And a top 4 for Italy. Strong showing on CM in terms of first just driving with normal lines. No blues for Sal. Unfortunate for Mexico. So it looks like a just very strong result from Italy overall.
The plus side of being top 4 when you have a player who's as sacrificial as Dugo is that you can take advantage of the fact that you have some sacrificial to take boxes, and you can have someone, stop and make sure they're not holding their dodges. And if you have a player that's committed to hitting others, you have people that are just able to run forwards and don't have to worry about stopping or anything. It's just really strong. And hopefully they're going to get some type of course pick that's going to benefit them here. Maybe a BCW or Mumu. See what they go for.
It would be unfortunate for our Mexican heroes if that did pick. They're probably going to opt for a luck course here as we see Gardens coming out. And they really need this track pick, man. I feel like if TF is picked with Sal starting in first or BCW, I think he's just going to be gone again if no blues come for him. They do Dante, very strong with lines, but we just haven't been able to see him up in the front, possibly just getting hit by mid-pack items. And unfortunate for Team Mexico's TF coming out for Italy. Very good top 4 track. We'll see what they opt to do here in terms of Bill and in terms of how they use their items in the mid-pack at the beginning.
Usually with the 1-4 here on TF, you have 4th place draft, but with a player like Dugo, who's kind of unpredictable, doesn't really stay in the front too much. We'll see if he does that strat that we usually do see, and it looks like he's already kind of bagging down the red boost panel there. So
yeah, Dugo definitely doing what's best for his team right now. As you were saying before, it's very sacrificial player, which is exactly what the team needs, especially when they start in top 3. But we see Jose breaking that, getting trip shrooms in 4th, and immediately going. That's exactly what he needed to do. They needed him up there. They needed a front presence, and he did exactly that. And he's driving very smoothly right now. Takes the shroom.
Huge snipe there from Sal.
Dirty snipe by Sal. Top 2 for Italy now. And we see Dugo up here as well. I'm expecting a lot. Oh my goodness.
And that's going to be a top 2 break, top 3 I think, maybe, for Italy.
That's amazing on a course like TF. TF's another course which it's kind of hard to catch up on without the shock. And we're going to see what happens here.
That was a dirty. I can't get over that snipe.
Team Italy going Arrogante mode.
Arrogante. No, that was dirty, but yeah, definitely a lot of good things need to happen for Team Mexico right now. Need to see multiple blues. Oh, and Dante getting hit on the shroomless as well. It's not looking good. somebody has shock as we see baggers going forward. If Mexico gets the shock, I would imagine they would need to use it right now. But it seems like Italy might be holding it.
Italy shot.
And that's just unfortunate for Mexico. Top 2 is not going to be stopped. Sal's too far gone. I don't even think 2 blues would help Mexico catch up.
GC in 4th for Alberto. That's one of their front presence just dying again. And if you give Sal and then she's going to take him out, you see his lead just absolutely huge again. Good. And he's just breaking away every race.
Jose, no. Jose struggling. I think, like we said before, nerves are taking place. 3, 4, 5. Oh, and they get Bill in 8th again. And Alex dodges. Looks like it's going to be another top 3 for Italy. And our heroes of Mexico are just falling one by one. And a top 3-8 for Team Italy, man. They are looking strong right now. Very strong opening GP for them. Very strong opening of the World Cup, as we've been seeing.
Yeah, amazing stuff coming out from really just on a track like TF, just 2 snipes like that in the race. It was really good from Jose, though, to be selfless and use those shrooms at the beginning, because it's very normal for people to just hold items, you know, like holding shrooms in case like you're gonna get hit up there. But if you really know that you have to break that top 3 using those shrooms, there is like really needed to get the actual win in the race, even if it might not be as safe. So it was good for him, but Italy came out with the snipes in the end, and that closed off the race.
Sal, big 55. Man, he said, I'm coming to play today. I'm coming to show everybody that we Italians are the bosses. And man, he's really killing it right now. Just as we said before, Sal is definitely going to be the strongest player in this room, and he is proving it. Always in the front, you know, could change a lot with 1 blue shell, but he's killing it with the lines and just getting his breakaway as much as he can. And
if Italy makes it into the group stages, Sal's success is going to be Team Italy's success. Sal is their best runner, obviously, as we've seen this GP. He's really their best player. He's a good calmer as well. And if this team wants to go far, they're going to have to play around him, because he's one of the only people that can really stay up there, especially when he starts playing some of the better teams, some of the higher level teams later in this World Cup. They're going to need Sal to succeed.
Definitely. So it looks like we have a 149-95 GP1 in Italy's favor. Big mountain to climb for Mexico right now. Hopefully they can bring it back. I think shot counts, 2-2, I believe. So pretty even there. We didn't expect much from Kion, I think we expected Okereke to just kind of take over. But, you know, it seems like it's even, and it's really coming in clutch for Italy at the end. You know, they're securing a top 2 with it, and also getting their 3-4 to dodge in Bill and 8th or whatnot. So Kion doing a very good job of carrying Italy right now as well.
We had 3 out of 4 sitting tracks, so Okereke not really able to, you know, show how much he's improved as a bagger so far against Kion. But now with DDR, we can maybe see a bit more of that. And really, Team Mexico's on damage control now. They're gonna have to get these, even if they're not huge races, they're gonna just have to keep winning races, because 149-95 is a pretty big deficit, especially after just 1 GP.
If Sal is able to break away here at the Sandhop, I'd say this and Waluigi are actually some of the few courses that even in 2020, with how optimized people have become with this game, if you have good tech on these courses, you can actually break away. And Sal does there.
Yeah, Sal
really already off to an early top 2.
Already making Sandhop. Let's see how he does here. Decent wall glitch. He's just going to be gone, man. He's already driving well. We can see the pack already splitting up. Seems like a lot of mid-pack items have also just been used to have their advantage be broken away a little more. We'll see if Sal gets blued for the first time all war. I'm kind of excited to see that, honestly. It's been a little boring just kind of watching him up here. I kind of want to see him, you know, struggle. But maybe it might be too hard to ask for that.
We see just 1 player taking the Ultra way back in 7th or 8th. So this top 2 is going to be holding really strong for Team Italy.
Do they have 3rd as well? I thought I saw Jugo in 3rd as well. If so, that's just bad for Team Mexico. Nobody applying pressure. But man, this pack is just so split up. Definitely a shock is going to be needed here. I mean, oh, and we see one coming out. Definitely a Team Mexico shock. I don't think Italy would have shocked with top 3. Somebody dodged in around 4th or 5th, so hopefully they chain maybe trick shrooms or something to get them up there. But it seems like Sal is still going to be able to hold first here. and Italy, I think, also in second, possibly third as well. So maybe their top 3 still intact. We'll see.
Italy taking control of the race. It's very close now, but with that shock being used, they're only maybe a late one. So Team Mexico is still going to need a bit of luck to catch this Italian lead.
Even if
and
the
that's
shock
kind of been the
comes,
name of the game so far for Team Mexico. They're not doing a great job of controlling Sal and not doing a great job of holding the front. And that's probably going to be the problem with this team going forward, is that they just don't really have that one super strong runner. Obviously, they have Dante, who's got some great lines, but he hasn't played it too much in the past year and a half. And that might be showing here. And another top 2 for Italy.
wow. And again, we see no blue shell hitting Sal. Man, if I was in his shoes, I would be grinning from ear to ear. I mean, like, no blues coming my way. I'll take that any day, honestly. But yeah, we saw Oke was in last again, trying to get a second shock, but unfortunately couldn't pull it. Even if he did pull it, I don't think a shock would have been super deadly to Team Italy. Maybe just their mid spots, because I think Sal was just too far gone in first, and I think Lodar was also in second. Yeah, we see top 2-4 coming out from Italy. So it seems like Alberto was able to dodge possibly that first shock and stayed in, top 4, but wasn't enough, as no blue shells came for Sal, and Alex was able to maintain a second as well.
Yeah, if I were Sal right now, I'd definitely be trying out the lottery after this match, because going without this many blues is actually crazy. It's just 5 points off a perfect score, almost at the halfway point.
Yeah, this is insane. Maybe if we say, hey, he's going to 60 this GP, then the blues will start coming.
That always happens. You always think yourself on Mario Kart.
I did that to Casper like 6 times in the NA versus EU. Every time we touched first, I was like, he's not going to get blued. And then it came. Every single time. It's insane.
Italy's going to opt for Moonview, just another front-running course. They can just break away and schlag in the mid-pack and just, keep Mexico in that bad position they've been in. But if Gardens gets picked, that would be really good, because Gardens is an amazing spot resetting course, because, the top spots tend to, if they don't coordinate, they tend to, disperse, and, they really want to go for those mid-pack spots. We're going to get Gardens. This is really good for Mexico. This is really going to disperse the spots. See what happens. Extremely hectic first set. Anything could happen here, honestly.
So, I thought you were going to get commentators cursed by the track pick talking about it before it actually picks it. I know that happens usually, but Mexico finally gets their pick. Let's see if Sal will just, again, I mean, this is a luck track too, so we can see a lot of people taking cut here. We'll see if he's able to hold the top spot like he's been doing all war. You see Jose getting back spammed immediately, and he's going to be in 8th place, which honestly I think is a very good spot for him right now. However, we see Mexico bottom 3, so that you can run Peach Gardens. I can say this: you can run Peach Gardens. So, they have to get up there right now at this point, because they're going to just be relying on Shock, which is, the most powerful item on this track and in the game. So I'm excited to see if Oke will get it. We see one bagger going forward, going for it in 9th, I'd imagine. 1 in 10th. I think we're going to get to see whose name that is right now. We see Okereke in last place. So, yeah, Mexico definitely trying to go for Shock here. I think Italy, however, is top 2. No, we see Dante in top 2 right now. Sal, okay, Dante in first, Sal in second. So we got a battle of 2 titans right now.
Mexico are actually taking up 3 to the top 4 right now. Hopefully, if they can cheese some mid-spot shrooms, they'll actually be able to catch up to Sal.
Looks like Dante has the lead. Mexico in pretty good spots here. Pack spreading out a little bit more compared to what we saw lap 1. Usually on this track, we see first or second or both of them just breaking away. But that's not happening too much here. You see Okereke just hitting a chain chomp, so Team Italy's bagger just sitting up there in the corner, so we can expect an Italy shock maybe coming up pretty soon, and yeah, there it is.
That is unfortunate.
And a blue coming in to hit Dante.
Oh my. I think it's going for Sal, maybe?
Might have gone for Sal. Oh yeah, it did go for Sal.
It did hit Sal.
But we still see Italy, most of these top spots, bottom 3 from Team Mexico. And
that was
Dante's
unfortunate.
got to hold that.
Okereke, outbagged Kion 100%, and Kion just got it in 9th. Very unfortunate. Lodon catching up with a star here. Dante gets taken out. Top 3 right now for Italy. It's looking bad. We see Jose breaking it up possibly. We're definitely going to see at least a top 3 from Italy. Nothing can stop them now. Jose hopefully does not get taken out. Otherwise, it could be a top 4 from Italy, but looks like he's fine in 3rd place.
It's just another strong race for Italy, and halfway through, Team Mexico's gonna have to really put up some numbers here.
Yeah, I mean, Italy's just getting everything they need, literally everything they need. You know, I mean, I wish this would happen to my team every single war. But you know, they're playing amazing with the resources they're getting. You know, they're not messing up. I mean, we've seen a lot of teams, they may get whatever they need, however, they don't use the shock appropriately. You know, they might use a blue in a bad spot where they land on a boost pad, whatever. But no, Italy's just honestly playing perfectly with whatever items they're getting, and it's showing. It's showing in the results.
Yeah.
I thought Dugo was going to stop on the line there to try to help Sal with a potential 60 or 175, but he's going to end up taking a team for himself. I haven't been able to see much of the mid pack because we've had a lot on Sal's point of view, and Jose seems to have been clouding up 7th and 8th a lot, holding dodges, but we haven't really seen what Dugo's working in the mid pack. But I think this is an example of how strong Boom can be if you have that mid pack Schleiger on top of people who are running, because it's really hard to go through that wall, especially if you control the people who are doing dodges as well. We're going to go for Moonview again from Italy, another running course. Looks like mix of course is coming out for Mexico. That doesn't look good. Normally, if you have coordinated track picks for the first half and you stop having it, it might be a sign some tilt. We got a Moonview coming out for Italy, so another great course for them. Another great course for Sal. Hopefully, just run out.
This is where Dugo can thrive, I think, with the cars and everything. This is where he's starting in first though. That's the one bad thing. So he can't really use his trolling abilities here. But Dugo's like a strong runner as well. He's nothing to mess with. But it looks like he's gonna let Sal take over and possibly just start backing everybody and see if he can get something to troll with. Jose taking over in first. All right, seems like we're gonna have a good battle of our two streamers. Ooh, I think Jose got taken out by a Nana there. I'm not sure what's going on here. A little bit of lag. But it looks like Sal, our two streamers are gonna have a battle in the top two. And we'll see. Oh, Red Shell taking out Jose, and we're going to see Sal cruising in his usual spot here. And maybe Mexico will get their first blue of the war. I'm excited to see that.
Looks like Mexico's got pretty much every spot behind Sal, so if they can take him out, they can actually get a pretty strong lead here.
Looks like he already backspammed someone on Team Mexico, the guy in 4th place. You know, I think Sal's kind of accustomed to this pressure. You know, he's usually the one in first and possibly seeing a lot of team members of the opposing team behind him. So he's used to this pressure. Maybe not used to World Cup pressure, but man, he's really he's having a strong showing here.
He's playing with the lineup and against the lineup that he can just drive very comfortably with. He can just play his game. That's why I think the combination of Sal and Dugo is so strong, because when you have Sal, who's able to hold these top spots so consistently, and you have a player like Dugo who can keep the other team back, it's just really, really just a great combination of players. It's probably going to be their core for this entire tournament, really.
Definitely. I'm curious to see how that mid pack's doing. I would love to see, you know, Dugo stopping with a Mega, with a Star, whatever, blowing up bomb cars. I feel like that's something that he would be doing right now. But man, we just see Sal zooming again with no blue shell. We don't really know who's behind him. I'd assume it's Team Mexico. I didn't see any of them get taken out. So possibly a decent race for Mexico here, as we see Sal cruising to the finish line like nothing was wrong.
It's amazing having a race where you're running on Moonview where you almost get milk trucked in the last turn in lap 3. That's like, you have to be on insane pace for that.
Oh yeah, dude. He wasn't even close to the milk truck. He was close to like the last truck. But we saw, Italy was holding blue though. I saw it explode on Jose after the line. So once again, no blue for Sal. Unlucky for Team Mexico. That it's just so hard to catch up on that track without a blue.
At this point, for Team Mexico, even if they're getting the blues, it's not going to matter too much at all. Sal's just breaking away so much, and he has Alex and you know, Dugo just helping him out in the front. It's getting almost too easy for him, really.
Unfortunately, Dugo taking his 60. Sal could have been on 60 pace right now.
That's the thing.
Yeah, but Dugo said, you know, I'll be selfish for once. You know, I troll enough for you guys. Let me get some of my points. So unfortunate for Mexico right now. I mean, what do you guys think like they can do to get Sal out of there, even without a blue? Like, try to avoid backspam better, because I mean he's just driving so smoothly right now, and nothing's going wrong for him. And I feel like Mexico is eating a lot of backspam when they are behind him.
They're just gonna have to start getting some track picks, honestly.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was about to say. If you're really going to rely on the track picks right now, sometimes this game just comes to that. If you're getting outrun that much, you really just have to rely on those track picks. They're going to opt for MC3, which honestly, I feel like if they really need to get someone out of the front, I don't think MC3 is the best. You can possibly run that from the start. I think something more along the lines of, well, for me, a Shy Guy Beach, where you could just disperse the pack easier from their first set or something crazy like a race would be better, but if I believe so, they didn't end up getting their pick in the end, Caster's Curse, and Castle's going to get picked. Might be able to get a draft off first. It's usually hard to keep first in the first straight here. So
I agree with you though. I think Mexico really needs luck tracks. I mean, that's what I would go to if I'm losing by a lot. But we're gonna see Jose in second, Dugo in first, Sal coming up there. A big bomb, but it seems like everybody gets to lag out of it. And I think Italy's just in the front again, running already. So need Okereke to really just have a strong showing in the bagging here.
Looks like both baggers just blocking each other off from taking the back strat right now. This is where it's pretty helpful to learn a few different ways to do that. Obviously, you can go on the other side, bit more tricky, but definitely an option when a kind of a stalemate like this happens when you're bagging. Or kind of taking it a little bit farther to the right is also an option. Definitely something worth learning if you're going to be bagging against, especially some better baggers. So we still see them in a stalemate here.
Because you bag on USA East. What would what would you do in this situation, when you're bagging?
At this point, if I'm Okereke, I would try to find a different alignment and just try to go for it. Because at this point, you really have nothing to lose when you're this far back. You got to get that advantage, and even if you lose it, it's still possible the other guy gets billed first,
right,
and then you're already back in it. So if I'm Okereke, I'm just taking the risk and trying to get back. And it looks like both of them just have now getting to the boxes. So
looks like Kion.
If there is a shock, it's going to be pretty late.
Yeah, and Team Mexico definitely needs it. They could use 2 stars here if Oki just got at that box, but unfortunately he did not. We see Alex getting taken out. Sal finally not in first for once. See him in a mid spot. Somebody is broken away in first. Cannot see who it is. Could possibly be Alberto, but we don't know at this point.
He's definitely the most present in the front, I'd say, out of a lot of the Mexico members doing his work up there. Yeah,
he's definitely been carrying there. We see Sal using a star, Kion possibly having shock. No, I think he's predicting, so I think maybe Mexico has shock. Could be predicting here. I think we're looking at a Team Mexico shock. We do see one bagger just sitting over right after the final ramp over there. And yeah, we see Kion over here, so that is just Okereke sitting back there. So Jose with the star in third should be dodging up here. Yep.
And yeah, there it is.
Shock
so
comes
we're looking
out.
at a top 2 now, most likely for Team Mexico.
And we were right. Alberto was definitely just gone in first place. Possibly a blue, maybe hit Sal or somebody else from Italy there, and that's exactly what they needed. Mexico top 2 right now, possibly top 3. Mythos also dodging, so we're gonna see a top 3 at the line here. See if anything comes their way to take them out. But it looks like Mexico finally with a strong race to show, and it could be attributed to a blue shell, or that shock was great, but they actually just outran Italy that course, and that was the first time we saw that.
That was probably the first race we've seen them really focus on taking out Sal early, because so far Sal has had really just free first, pretty much dream races, blue or not, and taking him out early and then obviously getting the shock and holding the dodges is pretty much a recipe for winning race every time. And when you're down 100 with only 5 left, that's the kind of races you need. So Team Mexico maybe mounting a bit of a comeback. Top 5 as well.
Wow, very good. And we saw clutching the shock. I'm not sure what place he got it. I think Kion was beating him back originally, but perhaps the shock in 9th. Perhaps he made stair strat. I wasn't really paying attention. But either way, very good. That's pretty good skill bagging track, I would say, in terms of a lot of them, where some of them are just, you sit there at the box. So very good on Okereke to get shocked there and kind of carry his team there. Although
definitely one of the more strat heavy bagging courses for sure.
Yeah, we see Alberto popping off. Our man Alberto. Shout out to him, man. Really putting his team on his back right now. But so is Sal. So it's a battle of 2 people putting their team on their back.
Unfortunate that
Sal's doing it just a little bit better.
It's unfortunate they won't be able to take advantage of their top 3 there, though, and they're going to have to go back to a position where Sal's going to be back in first. So I really think they are going to have to, even though they're only 1-3, I feel like they still should miss some type of, like, no, not completely a luck course, any course that, like, first can't hard break away on. I feel like MC3 can still break away on, but they just really need to, like, their focus should be solely on disabling Sal. Just dispersing the spot. Like I think Gardens was good, and they had the chance there to get Shrooms, but we'll see what they end up going for.
Definitely. And we saw a mysterious 11th person join the room. Reading chat, it looks like it was Elmer. Elmer, man, don't join these rooms.
Shout out to Elmer.
Please don't join these rooms. Serious competition going on.
For a quick Indivs update, we have Sal on 99 after 8 races, and second place with Alex with 63. So Sal putting in a ton of work here.
Oh my goodness.
Alberto scoring the most for Team Mexico with 62, tied with Dugo. So really a top 3 overall right now for Italy in the Indivs category.
Wow, really taking off. And they get their track pick here. 1-3, very good for Maple. Third place can usually jump in the cut, but we see Sal getting taken out by a wheelie bump. You know, you usually want to stay in first. Getting taken out by a bomb as well. 2 of Italy's members. So we see a bottom 2 from Italy. Very good bomb by Dante. And we're going to see Sal in 8th place, which is something we don't see often.
Sal aligning to the right there, trying to bump second, and actually kind of backfires on him because he's the one who ends up getting bumped. So
yeah, we see some unfortunate lag between the 2 teams. They don't really work well together. So definitely a lot of bumps coming out. I know it frustrates me. I'm sure Sal is frustrated that he's not in first right now. But he's also not frustrated with them being up by 68. So he's looking good.
Yeah. Something that a lot of these national teams are going to have to keep in mind is, especially when you're playing a team from another continent, is the lag for sure. Sometimes it can be something you're not used to, especially when it's a full team in an entire different continent. You got to adjust to that for sure.
Definitely. So I think we see top 2 from Mexico coming out right now. You know, Maple's a very, very good running track. Shock can definitely sway things. Oh, that fib, I think, took out Alberto and the POW. So he got
POW dodge there.
Nice dodge.
On track. Wow, I think I definitely would have fallen off from that POW and fib combo, but good job on Alberto to stay on. So Sal back in his habitat, trying to take over the first place position. You know, very good on him to just catch up with Shrooms. I'm very impressed that like he didn't have to dodge shock or anything to get up into second again. But you know, Italy using a very good POW to TP Mexico, and we see our 2 streamers in top 2 again. Sal, nice shroom in second. We'll see if a blue hits him. I think shock is. Ooh. Did anybody dodge that shock? I'm confused as to what happened there. I don't think anybody dodged in the cannon.
Very interesting usage. Nobody dodged in the top 2, obviously. See Sal kind of hitting that wall there. That was definitely deliberate. So that was probably a Mexico shock, trying to predict it, and Mexico just mistimed it, really.
Definitely. Yeah, they didn't expect Sal to come out of cut. And, oh man, and Jose getting back fibs, being their only top spot. So looks like another good race for Italy coming out here. We'll see what their mid spots bring up. But yeah, I've said this before. Just kind of communication has been Team Mexico's downfall, and we've seen it come out there with the unfortunate shock call. You know, they were trying to get Jose in the cannon, get him in first, but they did not expect for Sal to come into the cannon with him. And you know, they could have gotten him out. It would have been very close as they both entered relatively at the same time, but instead nobody dodges. Maybe a mid-pack person dodged for Team Mexico, but you know, obviously what you want to do there is dodge Jose and try to get him in the top spot.
Mm-hmm.
I was honestly super surprised to see that Sal got first there. With him being in last, and just catching up with Shrooms and no shock. So
Maple's not an easy course to catch up on either.
Yeah, definitely not.
1, 3, 5, 8, 9, Italy.
So Italy really all but locked it up so far. Only 3 left. Mexico's going to really have to pull some huge races. Might even consider going all run here very soon at least.
Yeah, I'd say you'd have to.
Okariki, not that strong of a runner really at all, but they really just got to do what they can at this point because this is a huge deficit they got to come back from.
Definitely. Yeah, I think Okariki definitely has to be up there with them now. They're down way too much. You know, you have to think about as well this plus minus factor, you know, into overall results. Like how would plus minus like does Italy want to win by by such and such more because it gives them a better plus minus. You know, that's another thing that they have to go into these races thinking about. Like, don't play around. Like, actually keep trying, and that's what they're doing. You know, they're picking BCW when they're top spots. Really want to just take advantage of their lead here and you know, help out their plus minus in any way they can. Track. I talked about BCW. MC3 is fixed. Great. Caster's Curse again. But yeah, a Mexico track pick. I love this track. I'm really intrigued to see how it's gonna go.
Yeah, this is a course that looks like they're banking to hopefully like disperse the spots on, get Sal out of there. We're gonna see what happens in the first set. Dante ends up pulling a TC. It's not gonna look good for them. He's gonna try to go past it to Lodon. Sal's still just breaking away now with this TC. A bit farther.
We've seen our streamers in top 2 quite a bit recently. I think you could honestly. I think MC3 is pretty runnable. Usually you would like to get a golden first set and take it through all the sand, and you get a pretty big breakaway going into lap 2. However, I feel like blue shells are also really common on this track, so interested to see what happens to Sal here if he can just peacefully run this quote-unquote luck track.
Yeah, well, a lot of people kind of hard stopped there at the first set, which really enabled Sal just get a huge lead, and it's still what you want to do, even on tracks like this, with Sal just in the front. It's all he really wants to do, honestly.
Exactly.
And that's what he's doing. He's just spamming his items back. And Mexico 2-3-4, but like we said, it is a luck track still, even with Sal's break here.
We see Okereke still shrimming. Their bagger's billing, so nobody has shock yet. I'm intrigued to see how it goes down. I think really needs to get shock here for Mexico to do something. No blue shell for Sal again. Unfortunately, don't think it's going to come, so I think he'll just get another first place. Alberto needs to shroom. There he goes. They need to keep this 2-3-4 if they want any hope of anything, but we see Alex coming up, shrooming past everybody, and it's going to be another top 2 for Italy. I don't know what happened to Dante. There's shot coming out. Mythos dodges. Unfortunately, a very late shock, as Mythos could have dodged earlier and gotten into that top 2.
And with that top 2, that might have mathematically locked it up for Italy. We'll see in a second.
Yeah,
with only 2 races left, if it's above 82, then it is over, and they were up 75 going into this, so...
Oh man,
Mexico either out of it or they're gonna need 2 top 5s to win this match.
Channeling the power of FW Matt.
Okay, 3, 4, 5, 6 for Mexico. All right, so the bleeding wasn't super bad. Could have been worse. However, you know, Italy's just huge lead right now. Everything's going their way luck-wise. I know I'd be frustrated if I was playing on Team Mexico right now. That's all I'm saying.
Sal halfway to his 60. Again.
We have an 80-point lead for Team Italy, so...
Sal after 10 races on 129. Insane. Yeah.
Sal really putting on a clinic here. So, doing a great job.
And Jose picking the best running track in the game, in my opinion. DS Delfino Square. People that know me know it's my personal favorite. Love to run it. Talked about it and it got picked. Wow. First time I didn't get cursed. Great. We'll see if they'll 5 run. I don't know if they're focused more on a plus minus or winning the war, so we'll see here.
At this point, I would go for it. However, this is, I would say, probably one of the worst courses. Control the spots on Delfino, and it seems they're still going to go back. So it doesn't look like they're going to be trying to cheese out that win by the end with the double top 5. However, let's see how they're going to repair their plus minus.
Yeah. Kind of a mistake if they wanted to 5 run picking Delfino. You know, we probably would have opted. I mean, Barry, you love to 5 run. I know you're like the expert on it. I mean, my personal opinion, I would have opted for like a GCN Mario Circuit. I know. I think that's definitely a good track to go for as well.
Yeah.
But we see Delfino, and I don't think Mexico is going for the dub. Maybe we're just mathematically wrong. Maybe 2 top 5s isn't what they need. They just need 1 and like a good top 4 maybe. We'll see. I think they're down 80 overall. So I think they do need 2 top 5.
I think they do because the top 5 is only 41 and 2 41s. They'd win by 2.
Yeah. So maybe they were not mathematically calculating the results that they needed and thought they could win with top 4. Or
maybe they're not keeping track. Maybe they just don't care at this point.
Yeah,
they're just trying to play it out.
Mm-hmm. Maybe they're just having fun.
Sometimes you just need to mentally just go next. And, like, you don't want to completely give up, but at this point, all running might not be your thing.
Exactly. You know, it could frustrate them even more if Italy gets shocked in top 4. So definitely right there, Barry. My man, Psych. Alberto able to pass the TC to Dugo, and we're gonna see top 3 from Mexico right now. Not sure who has shock. We don't see the baggers using any items. Somebody trying to troll maybe. I think I'm not sure who has it. Either way, if Kion has it, I think Mexico's going to be devastated here because, you know, get them before boxes or somebody dodging the star. We don't see the baggers going for Doc, so possibly we're expecting a TS. Dante got a Sherman first, so it looks like his first is kind of secured. We see Sal taking cut. He's in second. Lodon in third, so 1-4 right now for Team Mexico. If a blue comes, I don't even know what to say anymore, but it looks like Italy
locks it up.
Definitely. And I think Italy's just going to stick with a 2-3. Oh, nah, just 2-3.
And winning race for Mexico, but that is not going to be enough to come back for race 12. So Italy locking this one down here on race 11.
Potentially Mexico looking for the bonus point right now, but that does not exist as far as I know in the World Cup, so no bonus points here. Nope.
Yeah, I don't think there are any trolls either. We haven't heard of any trolls. So.
Oh, yeah, that too.
Nothing coming out from our end. All right, so we got a 1-4-6 from Team Mexico.
Another 60 disrupted for Sal, though.
He is quite frustrated right now, not being able to 60 any of these GPs, as he thought he should have. Oh, man. The man is on what? He's on 141 right now. Is that right?
It's an absurd amount.
Yeah. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. This man is going bananas.
Yeah, 141. Alberto in second with just 88.
Sheesh, man.
When I say just 88, but 88 after 11 is pretty good.
Sal's soaking up the points, man. Soaking them all up. He's like, yeah. Soaking up my bread in this olive oil right now.
See, the courses that they're going now, I believe they look at these courses aside from Rainbow Road, and they probably said like, oh yeah, it's probably not worth going. They went MC3, but I feel like if they went these courses other than MC3 and Gardens, like you'd be able to get Sal out of top if they picked those like earlier in the match.
Definitely.
Anyways, this is another course I think also would have been probably decent for LTA earlier in the match because it's something that just disrupts like the top spots. That's really what you got to look for versus Sal in these types of matches.
Yeah. Also, this track is not bad for 5-run at all if you want to opt for it because, you know, the cut is just such a big game changer that shock kind of doesn't do too much damage. It's more, shock's kind of used for damage control here, so like stopping people from taking cut lap 3 or whatnot that could make them come back. But, you know, I love BC3. It's always hectic, and I love to play it for that reason. Whether I get first or last, it's always going to be a top track of mine. Dugo unblocking cut, failing the Shrimless. We see our man Jose getting swamped, unfortunately, and we see Sal in last. Sal in last for once.
Yeah, the two streamers are clouding up the back right now, as opposed to when they're usually like actually in top 2. But you know, it's last race with this much of a deficit. And it's BC3, and I'd say BC3 definitely is like. I'd say it's the course that brings out the most clowniness out of people on average. Yeah,
100%.
Even the mini-map looked like that. And Sal going out of his way to start Jose, you know, just trying to prove he's the better streamer here.
We see Okereke in last. I don't think any of the baggers have the shock yet as they're going for the backwards respawn once again. Interesting to see how that'll play out. The pack is still super close. Somebody failing the cut. Dugo once again failing the shortcut. A lot of people have been failing this cut. Surprisingly, with Shrooms as well.
Jose included.
Yeah. I think it's tougher. I mean, Shroomless is obviously tougher, but people failing with Shrooms, I mean, I don't know. But the pack is still close in the front, but Jose is just kind of out of this race, I would say.
Yeah.
And interesting to see who has the shock here. Jose just has to spam whatever he can. If he gets the bill, you know, he could possibly do something here. But we're going to switch to Sal's POV. Once again, the man is in first with a nice breakaway. Going to look to block the cut here. Looks like Italy possibly having other top spots as well.
If Italy has shock, they're most likely going to be using it to prevent anyone from taking the cut because it does look like, again, they have all the top spots. And that is what they do. Alberto gets TS'd on it.
Yep, very good call, my man Mac. But yeah, I guess Kion, I don't know. I'm not sure what place he got it in. We saw Okereke was in last at one point, but yeah, unfortunate for Team Mexico having any hope of winning this race. So it looks like smooth sailing to the finish line for our man Sal. Finishes with a 156. His first blue comes for him after the line.
Oh wow! Well, that's metaphorical. That's honestly metaphorical.
Wow.
Right on the line of the last race.
That's probably going to be the highest score we see in this entire World Cup.
Yeah, honestly, individually, 156. The man is feeling like I am a legend right now. Wow. Wow. What a performance, man.
Yeah. During the group stages of the spring split, during MKPS this year, I was able to commentate over him. Sal's one of the best players on Extend Ash, which is like a great team, probably top 10 team right now.
Mm-hmm.
And they played a match against KG, who was obviously like a top 3, top 4 team.
Mm-hmm.
And they beat them in the group stage and was able to lock up one of the top seeds. And Sal pretty much, obviously not to this extent, but Sal pretty much did what he did here in that match, which he was just such a great front presence for them, and was super strong, back spamming and everything, and he was able to lead them to win that match. So I'm not surprised seeing this gameplay from him again, especially against a weaker team like Team Mexico. But,
yeah, man, he's definitely killed it. Definitely put the team on his back there, and he's going to be looking to do that for Italy again. As they're all like decent runners, but he's just kind of one step above the rest. And I feel like most of Team Italy's kind of like mid-pack players, and I'm really intrigued to see how they do for the rest of the play-in stage, because at first when we were scrimming them, as I said before, they were kind of out of sync communication-wise and whatnot, but they've really brought it together in terms of their chemistry and teamwork. So I feel like they're on a hot streak right now. They have a lot of momentum, and I feel like they're definitely just going to keep going forward onto the next stage. I think they'll definitely be in the groups. Yeah.
Especially with this win, Italy's definitely one of the stronger teams in this play-in stage.
Yeah, I think the other top team in this play-in would be Belgium and Finland. I think
Belgium and Finland are yeah, for sure.
They actually play Belgium tomorrow, so it's going to be interesting to see those teams face off. Belgium having Ollie Frey, definitely like really good player. I believe he still plays for Avail, and that's going to be interesting seeing like definitely like the star players of each team fighting off in top spots. It's going to be really interesting.
Yeah, Ollie Frey, one of my teammates, probably the nicest guy I know, honestly, in the entire community. He's a great guy. It was his birthday yesterday, and he's going to be really the one challenging Sal for those top spots. Belgium also does have Sora, who is able to qualify for Team Belgium because of a dual citizenship. So that's two super strong runners for them. And even if the comms might be lacking, because Sora really doesn't talk too much in wars, if at all, it should be a pretty interesting matchup between the two.
Definitely. I'm super excited to see what happens. So we have first match. I think we have Spain versus Swiss Austria starting at 12 noon Eastern time, 4 o'clock UTC. And then following that, we'll have Swiss Austria against Finland. So Swiss Austria playing back to back could definitely be a little stressful, especially if playing on stream and whatnot. A little mentally draining going back to back. So I'm interested to see how they do that. Same with Belgium though; they're going back to back as they play 4 Eastern against Italy, and then 5:30 Eastern against Mexico. So, like you said before, I'm really excited to see Belgium against Italy. I think Sal is gonna have to put up the fight of his life against Olafrey and Sora. Yeah. So really excited to see what happens in that match. So any takeaways from this match, guys? Final thoughts, wrapping it up here.
I mean, I said it a few times during the match, but the Sal duo combo is going to be pretty much defining Team Italy's success going forwards. They're going to need those two to just perform consistently to do well. Kion as a bagger, probably not one of the stronger baggers in the whole of the World Cup. Maybe in this play-in stage he is, but once he starts playing against guys like Bobby and Joris and all of them, he's going to have a bit tougher time. But Italy, probably one of the stronger teams here, so it's going to be interesting to see how they do going forwards.
Definitely. Psych, any takeaways, final thoughts here?
I'm just really interested to see how the Italians perform. I believe them from the start, and I believe they didn't have Trattori in this war, and he's gonna hopefully be playing over the weekend. If I think I saw lineups. And Trattori, I think, is maybe like their second or third strongest player next to Alex, and I believe they'll need that tomorrow when they're up against Ollie Frey and Sora, because that's a very, very strong duo in itself, and I'm gonna be interested to see those face off.
Yeah, like I said before, I'm super excited to see these teams play it out. I think we saw one match earlier today. We didn't stream it. We had Spain against Finland. I think Finland took that by a decent amount. So they're 1-0, Spain 0-1, and Spain versus Swiss Austria starting tomorrow at 12 o'clock. So guys, tune in for that, 12 o'clock Eastern time, to see Spain against Swiss Austria. Signing out here, I'm Brawley.
I'm Mac.
I'm Psych.
And we'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night.
Thanks for watching.